Look girls, we are starting with Python. Okay, so in Python we make use of Python language because it is very simple and interactive. This language is case sensitive, means if you write something in capital letter and something in small letter, it has two different meanings. Fine, there are two modes. Okay, first is the interactive mode and the second is the script mode. So in your this, when you click here on a terminal, you will see this three sign. Okay, so this is known as your Python executors or a Python prompt. Okay, so in this is your interactive mode. In this, what you do, you type only one line, one statement, and you get an output. So in this we make use of interpreter that executes only one statement, and one by one it is going to execute all the statements. And when you execute the first statement, if it is executed successfully, then it moves to the second statement. Fine, so there is line by line execution. Like suppose I write here 10, okay, and then plus 3, and now I press enter, I'll get an output for this. So this is, you type one statement, you get an output, then you'll type the other statement, and then you will get an output. So this is your which type of mode? The interactive type of mode, where you type one statement at a time. Now the second mode is your script mode. Okay, what is script mode? When you click on this editor, see here you can type many lines together, and when you're going to press this play button, you will see an output of that. Okay, so this is this clear? The interactive mode and the script mode. Okay, so when you want one statement to be executed at a time, you make use of interactive mode, and when you want many statements to be executed at one go, you make use of your script mode. So when you want to make very small programs, interactive mode is used, and when you want to write lengthy program, in that case your interactive mode is not good. For that you make use of script mode, because here you can even create, and even if you wish you can even edit the programs. Okay, and Python programs, they are always saved with .py extension. Whenever you want to save, you can save only in this mode, the script mode. You can save your program. Okay, suppose if you want to save your program, you can save your program and you can use it, open it. If you want to open it later, you can open your program and you can run the program also. Okay, in script mode. So it is always saved, you will give the name and then you will save it with .py extension. So that is your script mode. Clear girls? Now the in this, and I type here type. Okay, so see, in Python there are three data types: int, float and string. Now if you want to see the type, you will type here type is a keyword, and in bracket if you write 100, okay, and you press enter, so it will give that it is int type, means it is integer type of data. Fine, and here again if I write here type, fine, and if in brackets and double quotes I write here 100, okay, and then double quotes and bracket, and now see it is showing that this class is a string type. Fine, so when you write codes here, when you use double quotes, this is in 100 is not integer type. In this case it is a string type. Okay, if I type here type, okay, and if in double quotes I write here Python, okay, and then a double quotes, a bracket and output. So see, it is showing the string data type. Now if I write here type, fine, and then this, and I write here 10.25 and this bracket, and I'll run. See, it is showing if I used a decimal point here. So this is not an integer type, it is a float type, because I'm using what? I'm using the dot operator. This dot is a decimal here. So this data type is your float data type. If I type here type, fine, and in this I type here true, fine, and bracket close, fine, so it is not defined, you have to use this value. Clear? So these are the three data types that we have to study here. Now the next one is your input function. See, suppose if you want to enter certain value, see, If I do A, okay, A, what is A here? I told you that A is a variable. Okay, so what are variables? Where you can store certain value. Suppose in this A variable, what do you want is, you want to store the value. Okay, you want to enter certain value. So you will write here equal to, and then this. Okay, here you will make use of input function. Okay, you will write here input. So what is input here? See, input is, here we are using equal to and an assignment operator to store the value. Whatever you are going to write here in input function, you want to store that value in a variable named A. Fine. So it allows, when you write here input, it means you are asking user to enter the value during execution of the program, and whatever value user is going to enter, it is going to be stored in variable A. This input function is going to do is, it will ask user to enter the value when during execution. Okay, and I'm using equal to, that is your assignment operator. So whatever value a user is going to enter will be stored in a variable named A. And so even here I can write the statement that what I want to do is, in this I want to enter a value. Okay, so you are asking user to enter name. So this, because I'm using input function here, when I'm going to run this program, user will be allowed to enter the value. You will be getting this message enter name. It will be a message there on a screen. Then user will enter the name and it will be stored in variable A. Look like this, enter name. Okay, at execution it is asking user to enter the value. So suppose I write here Smita. Fine. Now here if I am going to press this, I will get this. Fine. Again this prompt. If I want this Smita as an output also, in that case I am going to make use of a print function. What I am going to do is, I will write here print. Fine. And then in print function I will write the name of the variable, that whatever value is stored in variable A will come in front of you. Fine. So input function is used to take input and print function is used to give an output. So suppose if you want to make a program to add two numbers, okay, so what you were doing previously, you were just writing 12 plus 13 and the value is fixed, you will get an output. But if you want user to enter the value of two numbers that you want to perform addition, you will write A, okay, equal to the name of the variable. You want user to enter the value, so you will write equal to input, okay, and then here in double quotes you're going to write enter first value. Fine. Then a double quotes and then this. Done. Enter first value and you will enter first value here 12. Then you can enter second value, so you will write here B equal to, okay, input, then again a bracket, a double quotes, and you will write here enter second value. Fine. Again this double quotes and this, and you will see what is an error message here. Yes, I have not declared the name of a variable, so I am getting this error to declare the name of the variable. I will write here BB equal to input. Fine. Double quotes, enter second value, quotes and bracket, and see, enter second value. First value was 12, the second value is 13. Now what you want to do, you want to perform addition. So you can even write like this, C, okay, the name of the third variable equal to, now what was the name of the first variable? Simple A. And then you want to do what? Plus. What was the second variable name here? Was here the answer is stored in variable C, that is A plus B. So now if we want to see an output, you make use of print function. You will write print and in bracket you will write the name of the variable that you want to see as an output, and you can see an output. So the print function is used to display a message or value of an output. Okay, and the print function has many separators. The first one is comma separator. So if we write something like this, print, okay, and then in bracket if I'll write here a, the first variable name, comma, okay, and the second variable name b, comma, fine, and the name of third variable, that is c. Simple like this. If I'm going to write, observe the output. Okay, and now if I use the second separator here in print function, that is print, okay, in a bracket, first variable name a, then comma, and then in double quotes the second variable and the second name separator name is tab. So I wrote this and t. Okay, this is a tab separator, and if I put this in double quotes, comma, and then I write the next variable name, that is b, comma, and then in double quotes, okay, in double quotes if I write here this tab separator again, okay, this tab separator, double quotes, comma, and then the third variable, that is c, okay, and then brackets and enter. See, what you will see, that the space between the value that are displayed are increased. Okay, now this is known as the tab space between them. Then the third separator of the print function is new line one. So if I write print, bracket, a variable, fine, comma, and always whichever separator you're going to write, you have to write it in double quotes and this slash, okay, n. This is for a new line separator. Then comma, and if you write the variable b here, fine, and then comma, and then in double quotes backslash n, okay, and then double quotes, comma, then c, and brackets, enter. See, you'll get an output in new line. So this separator n is used to add new line. Fine. So these are few separators of print